Hi guys! It is now October. Early happy Halloween. I'm really excited for this month. I actually was able to get a hold of a Just CrossStitch magazine through my Kindle Prime, and I got this pattern from that magazine. I think it is very, very pretty. It is probably one of my favorites so far from other ones that I've done in the past, besides that original one that I mentioned before of the baby Jesus in the family. This one is on 18 count Aida. The actual project calls for 28 count. I started it originally on 21 count because I did not have 28 count, but it made me sad. It looked so tiny, and to my eyes it just looked like it was gonna be such a small project. I was like, no, it looks like so small. So this is the corner, this is the corner of the 21 count for that project, and this is the corner on 18 count. I'm sorry, I couldn't do it. I couldn't keep going. I had to make it big. I love it. I like big. It just seemed like such a beautiful project. I just had to see more detail, and it just seemed like it was screaming for bigger. So I ended up making it in the larger, but this is on 21 count, this is 18 count, and I think there is a big difference. I'm not sure if you can tell the difference, but I see a big difference. So I'm sure you can, whatever your choice of preference is, but you can definitely make this pattern different than what it's on the actual pattern on the Just CrossStitch magazine. Okay, it calls for 2 strands for most of it. It does tell you that in this section right here to mix 1 strand each of Snow White and oh my gosh, what's the name of the other one? And Glow in the Dark Grapefruit. I was really not feeling well this beginning of this month and part of the end of last month, so I did not have a chance to go to the store, and I mostly have most colors, but unfortunately did not have that, so the glow in the dark one. So instead I chose to just use the other grapefruit color, and I went online, and I'll put the description of the link below, where you can go and find matching colors that were similar to the colors you want from the product you're looking for. So if you plug in DMC, say for example 581, it'll give you a couple of colors that could either complement or similar enough or close enough that you can pick one of those instead of the one that you are supposed to use. I did that for this color, and I did that for the leaves here. I unfortunately did not have those 2 colors, so I ended up substituting and putting them backwards over here, and then just doing 2 strands here for that. I did end up using 3 strands for the black of the tree itself, just because I wanted more coverage, and black usually tends to make more holes and more openness, and I'll show you that in my other project that I have next, if you don't put enough. So in this one I err on the side of caution, and I did 3 strands, so it actually did give me really good coverage, and you can't tell. And all the other colors are 2 strands, which worked out really really well. Definitely will continue to do it that way. For if I'm not mistaken, I used 2 strands on the orange and the green here, and definitely used 2 strands on these ones here since they were smaller details. Definitely 2 strands on the gray, and I actually did use 3 strands here, but you can see it's kind of heavy, so I did not like that. It was too heavy, so I did switch over back to 2 in some areas, and I like it better that way. I will continue doing 2 strands to make it better, but I overall think it is coming out great. And again, this is on 18 count instead of 28 count, and this one would have been if I had done it on 21 count. And I mean, difference is much different. Let me see if I this is on this one, and this would have been if I had done it on that one. Even the size of the materials, I mean, much smaller. This one would have been half the size almost. It would have been a couple of like an inch and a half, I think, smaller. So I think this was better. I actually like it so much, I might actually try to see if I can make it in 14 count and see how it looks on 14 count. I think it would look really pretty, even much larger. Okay, so that's that. And I was looking for something for my daughter, so I ended up going on Pinterest and put Halloween owls, and I found this one. And vampire, which I think that's a scientist, I want to say. I'm not 100% sure, but the pattern, you can make this pattern either on 14 count or on 18 count. This one happens to be on 14 count. Like I said, I like them large, and this is where I was talking about if you don't put enough strands, it makes it look not enough coverage. And right here is where you can see that. You can see that you can see through the black, but if you look at the orange, you can't really see in between the orange or the purple, or even in here with the yellow and the red. But here in the black, you can't. The reason why that is because I used 2 strands on this part when I should have used 3. I don't know, I guess I was going from one project to another and I wasn't paying attention or thinking, and I went to 2 strands here, and then it wasn't until I started filling in and I realized, oh man. But it still looks really good though. I mean, it still looks nice, so I will leave it. It actually gives it a little bit of character, but it looks so much better on the 3 strands. It looks much nicer. This one is called Halloween Hoots. It is meant for 2 strands, but I would definitely use 3 strands. And it gives you the pattern. Again, this is one's from Pinterest, so you can look it up on Pinterest. And Halloween Hoots, designed by Ursula Michael, and it gives you all the colors. I did not have 5 of the colors exactly as they had on the pattern, so I did again use the link below to look for colors that were similar enough or close enough to change the color, so that I could still get pretty close to the matching original colors, so that I could make the pattern. I love it overall. I think it's coming out really really beautiful. And I love the little details. This one looks like it has little hearts, upside down little hearts here. It's starting to look really, really, really cute. Okay, once it's done, and I'm thinking of adding a happy or Halloween here, either happy Halloween or just Halloween. On the bottom it actually says Boo Hoots, but I don't know, I feel like it needs something else. Plus I do have extra material, so I think I might wanna do something, either Boo Hoots, Happy Halloween, or I don't know, put something. I'm not sure. I just feel like it's missing something here, but it's Boo Hoots goes right here in this little section, and it has a spider that goes right here with some spider webs, and then right here is a little mouse and two more spiders that go right here with more of this twirly ivy. But that's that one. Okay, and that one was inspired because of the sleepy owls from the magazine. I also found in my stash, which I didn't think I had it, I found this one. Unfortunately, I cannot give you the pattern for this one because this one's from the original, the family, same place where I found the family. It's a little ghost. Okay, this one, I got tired, so I decided to do it one way, all the colors, and then I figured I wouldn't need the pattern and I could just go backwards the other way later. So I'm working on one way, and then later I'll work the second way around on my way back. So right now I'm just filling it all in one way, so you can see it's just on one side, and then just to build it out, and then I will do the same the other way. This one is 3 strands for all of the colors, and it's just a little tiny ghost, but you can see it's still missing the second section, the second part of it, but it's just a little ghost holding a little Halloween basket. So it must be a little boy dressed as a ghost because the little feet right there. Okay, this one doesn't have any words or anything, so I might add something to that as well. But I thought that one was cute, so I'm working on that. That's my other thing that I'm working on. Let's see. Now, other updates. I've only been able to work on one more thing, and not a lot. And I'm actually impressed I even got this much done with not feeling well, working full-time, kids in Zoom and all that jazz. But I was able to work a tiny little bit on the Medallion Sampler, which is on 14 count cross Aida. And this one is on two strands cross stitch, 2 strands to cross stitch, and right here I got in the tree limbs done. I got a little bit more of the insert here, and I've been able to finish the flowers, the bottom parts of the flowers, and more of this brown, a little more brown here, and I started a little bit here so I can go up and see where the different things are in order to count. I got a little more here as well. I like working up and basically from this way and this way, like at the same time, because it gives me a way to kind of count and know where I'm at, and this way I don't have to put any borders or anything. That way I don't have to make the lines. If you remember when I started, I showed you this. This is how I start my projects. I basically put a 10 10 10 line all the way down, and then I do the same across, and then if I have still thread left, then I go around to the sides. Okay, that gives me basically a guide. That guide is then what I use to follow the actual pattern on the pictures on the pattern. Okay, so I make numbers if it doesn't have numbers, which most of the new ones do now. The old ones didn't. The antique ones don't have it, but then I guide it. So I usually then go this way and this way, and sometimes I'll even go this way. I do that so that once I get to a certain point, then I can use references. So that's what I do here. So if you look now, by doing that, I can reference where this flower is compared to the next one, and then compare that to what the next letters are, or the next things are here. So for example, in the pattern, okay, it gives you that on here, it gives you a flower. Okay, without showing you too much, okay, it gives you a flower here and a flower here. Well, that's gonna go here and here. Okay, so that gives me an idea of where things are gonna go, so that way I know which place are gonna go, and that way I don't have to sit there and make a whole entire grid of the whole entire pattern. I've done that in the past. It's just a lot of time consuming, and sometimes I just want to get it done. I'm excited to get it done, and because I just started, so I don't do that. But this way it gives me an idea, and that's also why I did the borders first, because once I have the borders, then I also have a way of going to it. And by going one way and then waiting to do the second way, it also makes sure that I keep the crosses going the same way, because sometimes from all the stopping and starting, I tend to mess my crosses and end up putting them the opposite ways. And I really like consistency and making sure that they all look in the same exact way, so that they all look the same way. That's how I end up getting all this done. That's it. That magazine, definitely worth the buy. It has, like I mentioned, it has a scarecrow, this cool scarecrow hat. It has 2 crows on it. It has a pick of the patch, a little square patch, and it has a jumping jack. I've never done this before, never heard of it either, but it, because I've done stitching with plastic canvas, but I've never heard until now, but again, I don't always get everything from everywhere, so I'm pretty new in some things, as I've mentioned that before. With this is called perforated paper from Mill Hill. Antique brown perforated paper from Mill Hill, and it almost makes like a marionette. Okay, that was cute. And then it has a little eek one, and it has a boo to you little bag. I guess you could put like a little potpourri or something in it. I want to do this one with the owls. With owl, and also the one that really inspired me to go look for an owl one, which was the sleepy owls. With the magazine, it does have a couple of antique or older projects, which again, those are my favorite. Those are a lot of fun for me, and I enjoyed them very much. I'm looking forward to working on some, and I was this magazine actually this time around had about Italian treasures is called, that they found a 1888 cross-stitch journal, and in it it had letters and alphabets of how they did the cross-stitching and everything, and I thought that was really cool and very interesting, especially because that's what I'm interested about, and especially because I like things that are old and everything. One of the patterns that they made based on that is called the Arrest a Horseman banner. It's really cute. I think it came out really cute, and it's based on that circa 1888 stitching journal from the woman with her initials A.L.B. Sampler, historian and designer Deborah Fassino blends this 19th century design with 21st century Audubon sword and rainbow gallery flosses to create a stunning project that's perfect for bringing historical samplers flair to any room. And then I showed you all the other ones. There are other projects in here, so again, it's really worth the buy. It has flowers and pumpkin, and it also has Jack on a swing, and it has a few more where you buy the magazine, and it's combination of patterns that they give you to make a whole entire pattern, and a couple of magazines. So I thought that was interesting, and one of them is monthly. The month of the months of the year, and another one has to do with butterflies and flowers, butterflies, bees, and just I guess like a pattern. So I thought that was kind of cool. It's parts 1, 2, and 3, and 4 are available in February, April, June, and August of 2020 on the anniescraftstore.com. So I guess you can buy them also separately if you want to. Interesting enough, but really decent one if you don't already get the magazine. It's definitely interesting one. I usually, like I said before, I'm relatively new to doing this like this, so thank you. You guys have inspired me even more so to continue doing this. Well, that's all for now. Thanks. Bye.